Good afternoon. We're at Ben's award-winning sandwich shop today, and we're making a raw food lemon and white chocolate cheesecake.
She's so self-motivated.
How are you, Bruce?
Good? Yeah, really good.
We're all going to inquiries, haven't we, Ben?
Curious.
People came in and asked about when the cake was ready.
Yeah, when's the cake going to be ready?
It's not as if they have to cook it.
In Ben's kitchen, today we're making a raw chocolate and lemon cheesecake. Why am I doing that as opposed to cooking? Cooking a cheesecake, there's different benefits for both of them. Primarily, what we're using very different ingredients to making a standard cake, which you generally use flour, eggs, sugar, butter, and these sort of very high cholesterol building ingredients are something we don't use in raw cake making. So our basic ingredients tend to be dates, nuts and seeds, and more natural sugars. So we also, just to start with, we're going to make a 10-inch white chocolate and lemon cheesecake. And to start with, I'm going to make some almond milk. So almond milk is made from soaked almonds, and so all things that we have which we use machines, you can do by hand, no problem as well, depending on what you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to turn this on. It's going to be a bit noisy for a moment.
Okay.
How long does that take, John? This takes about 2 minutes. Okay. 2 to 3 minutes to make the milk. Moving on we're going to make the base now.
Yeah.
The base is made out of almonds.
Yeah.
Basically, almonds very similar to lemons. One of the only nuts that is less acidifying,
right.
More alkalizing for the body.
Okay.
So almonds are particularly good to use as opposed to any other nuts.
So you're doing an almond mix.
So we're doing an almond mix for the base.
Yeah.
Almonds, dates.
Yeah.
And we're going to add a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
And we're going to add a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah.
And
you've added cashew nuts in there as well.
we'll just put a few cashew nuts in because
Yeah.
they were left over. So you can use any nuts you like.
Yeah.
We have soaked the almonds, and again that releases the enzymes.
Yeah.
The inhibitors in the skin. Any nuts that have got a dark skin on them have inhibitors, so they need to be activated by soaking.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to make the base. I'm going to turn this on. It's going to make a bit of noise. So
Okay.
See you in a minute. Okay, so we've just made up the base, and as you can see, the nuts and the dates are well ground down. I like to keep some of the nuts intact, so it becomes a little bit crunchy, a little bit and a bit chewy.
Okay.
We're just going to empty that out to make the base. I've greased this with coconut butter, so that that'll make it a lot easier for the cake to come out.
All right. Where's the coconut butter you used, John?
Coconut butter we use. You can use any coconut butter.
Yeah.
Organic virgin coconut butter.
Use that one just to grease it in.
Yeah. To grease it
Okay.
in. I try to use organic ingredients as much as possible.
Okay.
It's not always possible to get 100% organic, and it does cost more money to use organic ingredients.
Yeah.
But I really rate organic ingredients. I think it's totally worth it to spend a little extra money on getting it totally perfect.
Okay.
And it's peace of mind as well. You know you're eating something of really good quality. Amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah.
So just spreading this out to about half an inch, I suppose.
Half an inch.
Very easy to use. Just use the back end of a spoon. Just spread it out.
Yeah.
And this is our cake.
So it's your cake base.
A cheesecake base.
Cheesecake base. Yeah, looks good.
You can use different nuts. You don't have to stick to pecans. Pecans are really good. Macadamia nuts are.
Yeah. One.
Hi, we're ready now to make the top part of the cheesecake. The no cheese cheesecake. This cheesecake has no cheese in it. What we're doing is we're supplementing the dairy products for cashew nuts. We can use different types of nuts. Cashews tend to be the best nuts for making a really creamy consistency, just like cheesecake.
Okay.
We're going to use the Vitamix, and we're going to just first of all use some of the soaked cashews.
Yep.
So we want around 4 cups, basically 4 cups of soaked cashews.
Yep.
And that can go in there.
All right. Okay.
So we've got 4 cups here, all soaked, ready soaked. In fact, I'm just going to drain that off. Drain the water off. So 4 cups of soaked cashews going into the
mixer.
Into the mix.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And secondly, we're going to add the zest of 2 lemons and the juice of 2 lemons.
2 lemons there, yeah.
And that can go in with. Just put a little pinch of salt in.
Yeah. That's sea salt, is it?
Yeah, it's important to use sea salt.
Yeah.
So just put a little pinch of that in. We're looking for a really creamy texture, and we need something that bind it all together as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to add roughly about a lid, I suppose, of vanilla juice.
Yeah. Where do you get your vanilla juice from?
Vanilla you can get from any health food shop.
Yeah.
If you can use the pods, they really are the best.
Okay.
But if not, we can get the extract, which is very strong as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the next in to the mix is some lacuma powder, which is this one's from Peru, and this helps just to have a creamy consistency.
Okay, lacuma powder.
Lacuma powder.
Okay.
Again, from any health food shop. So I'm just going to put in a tablespoon of lacuma powder.
Yeah.
And the next step is just to sweeten it up a little bit. I'm going to try something different today. Usually I use agave syrup,
Yeah.
which is a very sweet, low GI form of sweetener.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing we can use is dates, which we have in the base, so that gives it lovely sweetness.
Yeah.
But today we're going to use coconut palm sugar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we never use refined sugar in our ingredients.
Okay.
And wherever organic, wherever possible.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a tablespoon of sugar in.
Okay. And that sort of what is that sugar?
It's coconut palm sugar.
Coconut palm sugar.
Coconut.
Okay. From the coconuts. Yeah.
Coconuts.
All right.
Okay.
And that gives it a nice flavour, a nice taste.
Yeah, it just sweetens it.
Just sweetens up a bit.
It's not sickly sweet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we're going to put in about 2. We're going to put in 2 fluid ounces.
2 fluid ounces of almond milk. Yeah. Lovely. Just to get it.
We can just do this. We can just keep adding it in until the consistency is right.
All right. Lovely.
So if you find that your blender or the nuts are different, there's just a question of experimenting a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we'll wait till that blends up, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back in a moment.
Okay.
that is.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very creamy consistency. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add some soy lecithin, 3 tablespoons into this mixture.
Okay.
And this is going to give us the binding agent for the cheesecake to stick together. Okay, so cheesecake's made, lemon, white chocolate cheesecake, and we're going to take these upstairs and we're going to offer them out as samples to see what people think compared to a standard cheesecake. Two of the things which are really important to mention is that if you can get hold of spring water when you make the almond milk, then it's a good idea to use spring water. If you can't use spring water, then leave the tap water in the sun to get rid of the chlorine in the water.
Yeah, that can affect the taste, doesn't
Which
it?
can hide.
Yeah, they do, when you find out all the time, and know for a while.
Would you like to try some?
I'd love to. Thank you.
We've tried more cheesecake.
Yeah, I'd like to do one. Yeah, well, it's just like cream cheese, cream, sugar.
Okay, no. This is it's got cashews, but no cheese, no, it's vegan.
Oh, it's vegan?
Dairy,
Oh, right, okay. We tried it.
everything's vegan. Except for the price, of course. Yeah.